Hello everyone. Sorry about that. My mic was muted. Okay. It's nice to have everyone here today. I'm so happy to be with us here in this class. Okay. First thing, I would like to introduce myself and tell you why I can take this course. Okay, my name is Emmanuel Temilola once again. I'm a creative director, a cinematographer, and a video editor. And I've been in the business of creating creating videos, editing for 10 years now. And I've been opportune to be able to work with some notable brands in Nigeria and even some international brands like Covers Africa, Joberman, Lapel Swift, and my own personal brand, Beyonce Concept. So if you watch under my name, you'll see Beyonce Concept instead of Emmanuel Temilola. That's actually my brand. So that's why I have that name there. Okay. So I've been opportunity to also work live, to do a live shows, to organize, to be part of concerts, to be part of some other shows, reality TV shows, both circular and the other ones. So I've been able to edit for multi-choice also. So and when it comes to camera, these are the kind of camera that I've handled in the past 10 years. So now, without further ado, let's move straight into the class. Hope everyone can hear me. Okay. Video editing. For me, not just about video editing. Impacting people is one of my passion, and it's really gives me joy when someone come to me and tell me, wow, thank you very much. Because of what you do, I've been able to move from this level to a higher level. All those things are the things that give me fulfillment. So I'm not just doing this, I'm not just teaching because I want to teach, I'm not just teaching because I want people to know me that I do this. I'm teaching so that everyone can have can be able to meet up their goals, to meet up their passion. There are some people that have passions in the media space, but they don't know how to get it done. So this is one of the things I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be helping you to get there fast. So let's go. Now, when we'll be talking about video editing essential in this webinar. Video editing essential. Now, my goal in this class today is that you understand what video editing is actually all about. What video editing is actually all about. And we are going to be talking about software, a specific software. But trust me, things you're going to learn here, if you should pay attention well, and thank God after this class, the session is still going to be online on the YouTube page, so you can also go back and watch. Hope you understand what I'm saying. You can also go back and watch. So you're going to learn how to edit, and you will understand Premiere Pro. We are going to scratch the surface of Premiere Pro in this class. So let's move forward. Now, what's video editing? I used to tell people that video editing is manipulating or arranging shots to create new works, or you can say to tell a story. Everything we are doing as a creative is telling story. Or I can tell you, when you go further, you are passing emotion. There are some videos that you watch, even movies that you watch and you start crying. Was that movie was it real? Everything that happened in that movie, is it real? It's not. But that is what they are trying to pass. That is what they want you to feel. And for you to be able to feel that, that means they've been able to achieve their goals. Hope you understand. Sometimes when you're editing video, you need to ask your client, what is this video, what is the goal of this video that I'm working on? How do you want it to be? Do you want to sell a goods? At the end of this video, do you want people to buy your products? At the end of this video, do you just want people to just feel good? Do you want people to be encouraged? All those kind of things are very important to note in editing videos. So now, in this part of the world, we call it editing, editing. Editing is one part of post-production. Editing is one part of post-production. We have other parts of post-production. Editing video is one part of post-production. We have other parts like color grading, sound mixing, title, adding effect, all those things, they are under what? Post-production. We need to understand that. But in this part of the world, we find ourselves doing everything, doing everything, doing everything. And I used to tell people, when we talk about video editing is like you cooking. Video editing is like you cooking. When you cook, what are the things you bring together? You bring in your pepper, you bring in your seasoning, you bring in your oil, you bring in your onions, and all. So all those things, what do you do to it? You bring them together, you mix them together to become something that you can eat and digest, right? You can eat and digest. So as I was saying, our main focus is on what? Premiere Pro. Premiere Pro is what we're going to be talking about today. And Premiere Pro is a software developed by Adobe. Premiere Pro is a software developed by Adobe. It's part of the Adobe Creative Cloud program. It's part of the Adobe Creative Cloud program. Now, what are the things you need to understand about Premiere Pro? Because sometimes when you open Premiere Pro or when you open editing software, it may look bogus to you that, where am I going to go here? But just calm down, calm down. These are the things you need to understand. Now you need to understand how to import your raw media. How to import your raw media. What are your raw media? Your raw media can be your video, can be your audio, can be your picture. After importing all those things, you need to understand how to get it into sequence. How to do what? Get it into sequence. When you now get it into sequence, you need to now do what? You need to now season it. Well, how do you season it up? By doing what? By adding color, by adding sound effects, and so on. When you are not done with all these things, you will now export your final project. You now export your final project. You now export what? Your final project. So some things you need to note and you need to be aware of in our workspace in Premiere Pro. In our workspace in Premiere Pro, you need to understand, you need to know where your sequence is. It is also called a timeline. It is also called a timeline. You need to know where the project panel is. You need to know where the project panel is, and you need to know your source monitor. You need to know what we call what? Source monitor and your tool panel. Source monitor and your tool panel. If you know these things, these basic things, you will be able to walk around Premiere Pro. You'll be able to walk around Premiere Pro. Now we are going to go into the class properly. So
Video.
let's go.
Musical video.
This is our Premiere Pro. When you're opening Premiere Pro for the first time, this is your welcome page. This is your welcome page. Can you see welcome to Premiere Pro? After welcome to Premiere Pro, by this side you can see new open document, new document, and recent. So if you're opening Premiere Pro for the first time, this recent files here, you may not see it on your own because I have some videos that I've been working on before, so that was the reason why I can see all those files here. But if you're working on Premiere Pro for the first time, you won't see all these ones there. But right now, where we are starting from is we are creating a new project. We are starting afresh, creating a new project. Click on create a new project. Then now we need to rename the file. What are we trying to do? We are trying to make a musical video. Musical video.
video.
So now where do we want to save the musical video? On that location, click on browse. When you click on browse and locate where you want to save your folder, I'm going to be saving my file inside N Academy. After opening N Academy, select file, folder. After selecting the folder, you click OK. So this is the workspace of Premiere Pro. I will need to reset it because when you're editing for the first time, it's not going to look like this. It's going to look something like this. Yes, can you see? This is how it's going to look. So now you have your source monitor, program monitor, you have your project panel, you have timeline, or you can call it sequence. So now I'm going to start from project panel. Under project panel is a place where you can input all your clips, all your videos that you're going to be working on. That is where you can import it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to import all my clips and my videos there. How do I import? Under file, click on file. File is located at the top part of your Premiere Pro here, and you move down to import where you will see import. When you see import, Control I is the shortcut for import. Control I is the what shortcut for import. When you click on it, it's going to open the file, and now you can go and locate all the videos that you want to use. Now my video is located inside class 2 clips. Then I can import all the clips by selecting all and open. So now if you are seeing my project panel, now I have all my clips inside my project panel. Is that not amazing? Yeah. Okay, so let's go on. Now another way of importing into Premiere Pro, I will use that to bring in my audio. You can double click an empty space inside your project panel, then locate your audio. I'm going to locate my audio. This is my audio here, and I click on open. Now we are moving closer to the sweet part of the editing. Now creating a sequence. What is a sequence? A sequence is like a page. Now what you're trying to do in that page is you're trying to arrange your video. What do you want to see first? What do you want to see last? All those kind of things. That's where you would do it inside your sequence, or you can also call it timeline. So let's move forward. How to create a sequence? On the file, click on file, new, click on new. When you click on new, you see sequence. Then you can click on sequence. A shortcut for sequence is what? Control N. Control N is the shortcut for creating new sequence. Come to settings. On the settings, you'll see editing mode. Under editing mode, change it to custom. Sorry about that. Change it to custom. And after changing that to custom, time base. We move to time base. What does time base mean? Time base is also recognized as time frame. That means how many frame can your video capture in 1 second? How many frame can your video capture in 1 second? When we get to inside our sequence, I will explain it better, because we are also going to use that to create an effect. So now we change it to 25 frame. It's already on 25 frame. We'll leave it like that. So right now we are at our frame size that we are trying to create. We are trying to create a full HD frame size. We are trying to create a full HD frame size. And full HD frame size, the dimension for full HD frame size is 1920 by 1080. You can see it here, 1920 by 1080. When you change that to 1920 by 1080, come to pixel aspect ratio. Your pixel aspect ratio, change it to square pixel. When you change it to square pixel, Leave all the rest, but just come down straight to your sequence name. Under sequence name, let's give it a name. Let's just say video editing class. And you click OK. So now we have our sequence. Now we've created what? A sequence here. And we also have our timeline here. If you notice this blue line, it is called our playhead. That's your playhead. That is what we call what? Playhead. We also have it on our programs monitor too, which we are going to be talking about most of the time. We are going to be using it. If you want anything to be previewed, anywhere your playhead is, that's where it's going to be previewed. Please, we need to notice that. So now let's go into previewing our clips. Now the first thing I'm going to drag in is my audio. Now I can preview my audio by double clicking and play. Now you make a favor, follow me. You make a blessing, come then knock on my door. And if I want to go order. So that's my audio. I'm just going to drag it in direct. And how do we drag in? If you look at the lower part of your source monitor here, we have drag video only, and we also have drag audio only. If you notice, the video is inactive but the audio is inactive. That is because we have only audio active. So let's drag our audio. Now I've dragged in my audio. In my source, in my sequence, in my timeline, I can also play my audio so that you can hear it. Now you make a favor, follow me. You make a blessing, come then knock on my door. So that's my audio right there. What I'm going to be doing now is very important. This is a tip for beginners and for those people that has mastered their craft. If you zoom out your clip, it's going to give you more room to be able to cut perfectly. If you zoom out your clip, it's going to give you more room to be able to cut perfectly. But when it's too short or too small like this, when you're trying to cut a particular part out, you may not be able to cut it out. So I think we should note that also. Now moving forward, we want to start bringing in our clips. But before we bring in our clips, there's these particular tools that I would like to talk about. Inside our tools panel, I'm going to be talking about selection tool and razor tool. Selection tool and razor tool. The first tool is called razor tool. What do we use? The first tool I'm going to be talking about is called selection tool. What do we use selection tool to do? As the name implies, we use it to select. And apart from selecting, we can also use it to trim. We can also use it to trim our clip. We are going to be using it right now to trim some of our clip. Now I'm starting my video. Now I'm double clicking on the video to preview it on what? On my source monitor. Let me play it back. So if you notice, I told you something the other time that my audio does not have video. If you check this video that I'm using now, there's no audio there, so the audio is not active. I'm going to drag in my video and look for the part where I would like to use. I would like to start from somewhere here where it's trying to jump up, and I will trim. Do you see how do you trim? At the edge, move to the edge of your clip and trim from there. Trim to where your playhead stop. And now zoom out again. Where do you want to stop? I want to stop somewhere here. Oh no, maybe somewhere here. And I will trim from the end to where my playhead is. Now I can move this to the beginning. Now if I should play my video with my sound, look how it's going to sound. Now you make a favor, follow me. Yeah. Now we are ready. We are getting ready. We are getting ready. We are getting our animations. We are getting our video ready. We are doing a musical video. Remember, we are creating a musical video here. Now you make a favor. What I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to play my video to look at where I'm going to stop, and I'm cutting my video according to my sound. Let me give you these tips here. If you are working on a musical video, always cut to the beat. You cut to the beat, and also when you're cutting your main video, cut to action part. So this will make your video more engaging. So I'm playing my video again so that I can get that part. Now if you watch my audio clip here, I'm going to zoom out on the waveform so that I can see it very well. How do you zoom out? Just come directly under by the side of your audio clip, double click on it. Can you see where my mouse is? Just double click, so it will automatically open the waveform. It will make it more bigger so that you can see it very well. Now I would like my video to stop somewhere here because we have a high pitch of the audio here, so I'm going to let my first clip to stop there. You understand? So now moving forward, I'm bringing in another clip. I like this song so much. So I would like to introduce let's say this is our artist. So I'm trying to introduce our artist from here, and I'll move it out to somewhere here. So now I can bring in this clip. Now watch the video, look at that part where it's going to show the other clip, and see how it works with the audio. Can you see that? It's working with the audio. That's quite amazing. Amazing. We just started. We are going somewhere. This is another place that I would like to end my video. To end this clip, I'm trimming. Note, I'm still using my what? I'm using just the pick tool. To trim my clips. So I would like to take us back. There's something I did here that I would like to show us. Okay. Now, instead of me just dragging the clip direct into my source monitor, into my sequence, I can decide that, okay, let me watch the video first in my source monitor and pick a particular part of that video and drag into my sequence. Now what does that mean? Let's bring in another clip. Yeah, there's this energetic dancer here that I'm going to use. So I'm going to start from somewhere here. I want to start from somewhere here. So what I will do is I will mark in. How do I mark in? I click on marking under my source monitor, and I'll move to where I want to stop, maybe somewhere around here, and I'll mark out. Do you see the name is also there? Mark in, mark out, mark in and mark out. So I can drag that and move it beside my clip. We are still playing. Let's play it. Now you make a favor, follow me. You make a blessing, come and knock on my door. Follow me, you make a blessing, come and knock on my door. And if I want to go order, I'm going to stop here. So that means now we need to trim out that part. Stop here. So let's play our video from the beginning. Let's watch. Now you make a favor, follow me. You make a blessing, come and knock on my door. And if I want to go order. So now let's continue. After putting that on, let me add something like, let me add another dancer dancing. Going to start from here. Marking. Remember how do I mark in? Click on it, and the shortcut for marking is what? Control I. No, sorry, the shortcut for marking is I, and the shortcut for mark out is O. Just tap O on your keyboard. Palm. So now you make a favor, follow me. You make a blessing, come then knock my door. And if I want to go order. Yes, this is also a good place to stop. So let's watch our video once again. Now you make a favor, follow me. You make a blessing, come then knock my door. And if I want to go order. Now we need to add more clips to this place. I think I want to introduce back my artist here. But now I'm introducing these clips. I got all these clips online and it's free. I'm going to drop the link in the chat box so that you guys can also download and try it out on your own. That's a good thing to do, right? So I'm marking in and marking out here. After marking in and marking out, drag. I want to show you something. Note, when you move your clip on top of the other on the same line, what's going to happen to the clip? The clip is going to automatically delete that part that is under that part that is underneath the clip. Look at it like this. So we have automatically deleted that part. So let's play. And if I want to go I'm going to stop here. And I'm going to add another dancer. I used to tell my students this, that if you can understand the principle of cutting in Premiere Pro, you have understand 70% of editing. If you understand cutting alone, you can go into any other software and use it and create a great thing out of it. I think you understand what I'm saying. If you can just understand the principle of cutting, understand why am I cutting this clip, why did I have to cut it. Do you understand? If you understand all those things, if you understand that, okay, sometimes I need to cut to beat, I need to make the video more engaging. We are still going to get to a part where we are going to do some effect that's going to make this video look amazing. And this part, you're going to learn a lot of tricks and tips from me. So let's move on. I think I want to stop somewhere here, and I can just show the close-up of my artist. Yeah, from this place to somewhere. I'm just showing it a little anyways, because we've used up the space. But maybe later when I'm playing the video, I can decide to just remove some and put some. Now on that sequence, there's something I would like you to understand. If you are a graphic designer here, you will understand this better. There's something we call layer. There's something we call layer in Photoshop, and we also have something like that in our Premiere Pro here. So at the top here where my mouse is, you can see something like V1, V2, V3. V1, V2, V3, those things are layers, or you can call them tracks. We also have the same thing under the audio section. You have A1, A2, A3. As many as you want, you can get. As many as you want, you can get. Once you exhaust V1 and V2, it's going to automatically bring extra for you. You cannot name that one V4, V5. The same thing applies to the audio. The audio A1, A2, A3. When you have exhaust that, it's going to come out and also bring in more A4, A5, and so on. So now what I'm going to do is, from this clip, I will need to lay some other videos at the top when I'm playing. So let's try that. Now look at what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to try to add some little clips here. I'm going to add some clips here to make the video more engaging. Now this is our first cut. This is our first cut. Let's play back our first cut. Now you make a favor, follow me. You make the blessing come and knock my door. And if I want to go order, you know let me focus. Everything I want, I order. Yeah. So we have this right now. And what we are going to be doing is we need it to be more engaging. The video just look normal. Just look normal. So we just need to add some things to. We need to engage our audience more. You know, nowadays you need to be able, your first 10 seconds. Your first 10 seconds need to be very engaging. So I'm going to teach you how you can keep your client, or you can keep your audience glued to your video. Are you ready? So let's go. Let's do that now. If you watch this video now I'm playing, I want to add a clip from here to this place or somewhere here. So I'm going to do that now. This tape playing, I'll just cut from here. I just need a little. I'm marking in and marking out using my shortcuts I and 0 and O. From here to somewhere here. And I'm also going to add another one. Maybe this guy. Just a little. And I'll add it and I'll drag it and drop here. Somewhere here. Now you make a favor. Now you make a favor. Now you make a favor. Do you see how I'm playing it back and front? That's how you'll be working. So all these things that I'm telling you now, as a video editor, those are the kind of things I think in my head when I'm editing. I'll be thinking, oh, how can I make this video more engaging? Okay, what else can I add? What did I need to add to this video? So all these things that I'm saying out, normally you're not going to say it out, but this is how a video editor should think. This is how a video editor should think. Okay, let's continue. Now you make a favor, follow me. Can you see that? Now you make a favor, follow me. Let me play it once again. Now you make a favor, follow. I think there's a part we still need to cut away there. On this. So I just made a mistake and I do. I need to trim this out. Yeah, that's it. So, and also note, when you're trying to lay videos in Premiere Pro, any video you put at the top is going to be the one showing. Any video that you attach that you put at the top is that's the first video you're going to see. That's the first video you're going to see. In an advanced class, there's a way we can work. There's a way in an advanced. There's a way we can work on this clip that we can bring in two clips together and make them to blend, and we can make two clips together and make them blend. So we are going to be doing that soon. Let's go. Now you make a favor, follow me. You make the blessing. A favor, follow me. You make the blessing come down up my door. So you make the blessing come down up. You make the blessing. You make the blessing come down up my door. And if I want to go out, knock my door. And if so from here I want to change this clip. I want to add a new clip from this place to this place. Now I think I should introduce this guy proper. I'm bringing in this clip and I'm increasing the length so I can play now. Now you make a favor, follow me. You make the blessing come down up my door. And if I want to go so I think this video too is still long, so I will need to also trim it out. From this place I'm going to trim it and I'm going to replace it with let me replace it with the wide like this. I'm going to trim it to fit into that place and drag it down. Let's play our video again. Now you make a favor, follow me. You make the blessing come down up my door. And if I want to go you know that before everything I want I order. So now we are going to be going into the next two that I said I'm going to talk about, which is Razor 2. Razor 2 is one of the most important tools in Premiere Pro that you need to learn when you are just starting your video editing journey. But before I go into that, I would like to take you back to our moderator Nas Karim so that it can explain. We have some news for you.
All right. I really hope you do enjoy that. That's actually quite interesting. Quite interesting. So right now we'll be entertaining some of your questions, and I'm just going to allow the facilitator to answer some of the questions we have in the live chat. Then after that, to come back to me, and I'll be sharing some very interesting information with you guys. All right. Over to you, Temi.
Okay, so yeah, let's quickly go to the first question about the frame rate. You said you're saying what? You're seeing 29.9 frame rate. So what you do when you're creating your sequence on the file, when you get to your settings, your time base here, so we have it there, but it's going to be like this. You need to click on this drop arrow. Anywhere you see this drop arrow, that means there are some things inside. Inside. So when you click on it, you can pick the one you want. You can pick you can pick the number. You can pick the frame rate that you want to use. Hope you understand that. Hope you understand that, and you click OK to create your keyframe. And the next one was that what does cutting to bits means. Now I'm going to zoom out on my clip here. If you watch my frame, my audio, this is my audio here, you will notice that there are some high pitch. You will notice that there are some high pitch in my waveform. So those are the things you need to cut to. You are cutting to that high pitch on the waveform. When you cut to that high pitch, it will make your video more interactive, more engaging. So that sometimes people may not really understand why the video is good, but they'll just tell you that I like this video. It's because they can feel the sound from your video. So when you cut to beat, it is a very powerful technique when you cut to beat. Hope you understand that. So and so someone also asked that why do I duplicate the audio? So what happened was that I didn't duplicate the audio. The audio was like this. So, in audio, we have mono and we have stereo. We have mono, we have stereo. When we talk about mono, we are talking about just one channel of audio. When we are talking about mono, we are talking about left and right. That means we have two channel. We have the left side and we have the right side. So when I zoom out by clicking on the line on the layer where my audio is, when I double click, is going to automatically zoom out the audio so that I can see my audio. I can see the high pitch or anywhere I want to cut to. I'll be able to see. I can see it very well. If you see this part, do you see all this part? Now I can see it very well. But if I didn't zoom it out, if it's like this, I will be struggling to get the high pitch. Hope you understand that. And I hope I've answered everyone's question. I hope I've answered anyone's question. So I'm going to go back to the moderator. Moderator, over to you.
All right.
All right. Hope you guys can hear me really well. Right. I really hope you guys can hear me well. I'm just trying to confirm from our setup here. Okay, so thank you so much for that, Temi. I'm really, really happy that you're able to answer some of their questions. Right now, I'd like to share very, very important information with you guys. So this webinar is actually this is the first thing to our main course itself. If you have been enjoying this so far, right, I'm happy for you, but there's so much more. If you can see, it's because we are trying to work with time. That's why I didn't really have to go really deep into some details, but we have a course coming up June 15th, which is the video editing bootcamp. It's a physical class, not an online. So the experience is actually going to be like, if you are enjoying this experience, so this is actually going to be like times 10 or times 20 of this, right? It's actually going to be a physical class, and it's our main course. It's actually going to be for 4 weeks. That means 4 Saturdays, and where you'll be trained on how to be a professional video editor, right? And it's actually for beginners. So for beginners and intermediate, you can actually sign up for this course. So in the nearest future, we have something for advanced, but for now, that's what this course is about, right? I will encourage us to check the website. I'm going to be dropping the link in the live chat so that you guys can go and check more details about the course and see that. But before then, I would like to also play you the promo video for this course as well. So stay tuned.
In a fast-paced digital world where audiovisual content are predominantly reigning, it is advised that you have this essential basic training about video editing. But how do you begin? My name is Emmanuel Temilola, and I welcome you to N Academy's Video Editing Bootcamp. In this course, beginners are going to learn important and fundamental technical parts of video editing, such as principles of video editing, transition, color correction, text animation, and so much more. This course will equip you with all you need to create premium looking videos. This course is for absolute beginners, and we'll be using Adobe Premiere Pro majorly throughout this course. So, what are you waiting for? Sign up with the link displayed on your screen and begin your journey of editing videos like a pro with N Academy's Video Editing Bootcamp. See you in class.
My name is Shola and I'm a creative designer. I'm also a student of N Academy Video Editing Bootcamp 2022. My experience during the course was wonderful as N Academy offers a systematic and procedural method of learning for the student, and the facilitator will set a very good foundation for my video editing skills. Before the course was over, when I see some videos, all I see is how it was achieved. Sometimes I see some little mistakes that has been overlooked and areas that need improvement. And by the end of the course, that spans for about 5 weeks, I was able to professionally edit music videos, do seamless transitioning, remove backgrounds from your videos, how to match your audio with your video clips, and do a movie trailer also. And that has been a great experience for me. Yeah. My name is Shola, and I'm
Hope you guys. I know you guys are complaining about my mic. I'll try to speak as loud as I can. So sorry if you cannot hear me as audible as the moderator, but I think we have some technical glitch here. But maybe you should just try and turn up your volume a little bit to hear me more. Anyways, that's it for that. I really hope you get some information from the promo video. And in the link on the promo video, just disregard that. We are going to provide a new link where you can sign up for that. And then that's it. And of course, you're able to hear from one of our alumni that have taken the course before. And I would really, really encourage you guys to sign up for the course. So at the end of this, after the second section now, we are going to be announcing 3 persons that would win the scholarship, right? So we are going to be selecting, maybe we are going to be using, the most active, the person that asks the questions and all of that. So, but make sure you stay tuned to the end so that you will know if you qualify to win the scholarship for this course. All right, now we're going to go straight into the second section and I'll see you after that.
Okay, so welcome back. Welcome back. Wow, that was nice. Now, I told you before that we are going to be talking about Razor 2. Razor 2 is one of the most powerful tool in Premiere Pro. Take it from me. And as an editor, you need to be intentional about what you're doing, from your cutting to your sound to the placement of your text to the placement of your clip. Everything, you need to be intentional about it. You're not just adding effect anyhow, you're not just adding clip anyhow. What you are doing, you are trying to make sure that everything you're doing, make sure that is what is intentional. So let's move into our Razor 2. Razor 2 is very, very important. Now let's use it. Before we use it, let's play back our video that we just did.
Now you make a favor, follow me, oh. You make a blessing, come then up my door. And if I want to go order, you know let me focus. Everything I want, I order.
So we are feeling it, but we are going to feel it more right now. We are going to do some effects that you see in some of your musical video, and you will look like, what? Is this how they create it? Now, I'm promising you something. After this webinar, the videos that you watch, you won't watch it the same again. You won't watch it the same again. When you're watching it now, at the back of your mind, you say, oh, okay, this is what they do. This is what they do at this point. This is what they do at this point. This is what they do at this point. So you're not going to watch your videos the same again. I'm sorry about that, but that's what comes with the work. That's what comes with the work. Okay, let's go. I like the part. I like the part. So I think somewhere from here, I'll bring in my razor and I will cut. When you bring in your razor, any part you click on is going to cut. Do you see? It's cutting the clip. But that's not what I want to do. I'm going to undo. I just want to cut only this part. And note, when you're trying to use your razor tool, when you are done using the razor tool, please go back to your pick, to your selection tool. if you don't go back to your selection tool, what's going to happen is that you will just keep cutting. When you want to try to pick a clip, what you'll be doing is that you'll be cutting. Do you understand that? So let's move forward. Now I'm going to play. I want to cut this part too. I hear something like a clap there. I'm also going to cut the part. I know some people will be saying, what's it going to do? What's it going to do? What's it going to do? But let's just keep it calm. You're going to really enjoy this. And from today, what I would like you to do, say, practice, make perfect. When you keep practicing, with time you become what you want to be. You become what you want to be. So it is very important that you practice. When we are done with this webinar, take your system. If you don't have a system, if you have a friend that have a system, tell him or her to borrow you, and try out everything that you have learned today. And amazingly, all those things, we are going to be leaving it on our YouTube page so that you guys can watch. Is that a good thing to do, right? That's a good thing to do. So let's move on. You notice that even with my cutting, there's nothing done yet. I'm still just cutting. Wow, I love this part. So I'm going to cut from here, move forward, cut from here, move forward again, and I'm going to cut somewhere around this area, move forward again. Note that I'm cutting to the beat. It is very important that you cut to the beat. That is how you can engage your audience. That is how you can do what you can engage your audience. Okay. I'm going to cut this part too. Now let's add some dramatic effect. I can just decide that I can decide to put another clip there. I can decide to just move or to zoom in on this clip. So this now brings us to our effect control. Effect control, what we do in effect control is where you apply effect, where you edit your image, where you edit your clips. What does that mean? I know it may sound like a tautology or something, but when we get there now, you're going to understand. Now like this place, I would like to create something like zoom out. I'll make this my clip, I'll make it to be bigger and it will go back. So let's do something like that. This particular clip, when you click on it, now where can you locate your effect control? Your effect control is beside your source monitor. So I'm clicking at, you just have to click on it and it's going to come outside. Now I need to explain some things to you here. Under effect control, we have motion. We have under motion, we have position, we have scale, we have rotation, we have anchor point, we have anti-flicker, filter, and after that we have opacity, or some people call it opacity. Up to today I don't know the right one. Is it opacity or opacity? But I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. This is it right here. So we are going to be doing amazing things with this effect control. Effect control is also a very crucial part of Premiere Pro editing software. So let's go. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to scale this clip out. How am I going to do that? On the scale here, if you notice our scale is on 100, I can just click on it and put it and times 2 it, which is 200, and just type 200. You see that our clip automatically zoom out. But one thing you need to understand when you're also doing your zooming out and zooming in, you need to understand a composition. A very professional videographer, when he's trying to zoom in into a particular object, It's not going to cut out the head of the person that is trying to record. So all those things is what you think in your head as a video editor. Hope you guys understand. So how do we do that? How do we bring the head back into the frame? What we are going to do is we'll come to our position. This first one is to move left and right, left and what, right. And the second one here is to move up and down, up and down, up and down in our frame. So what we want to do is we want to centralize our object. So now after doing this, let's play our video back. Can you see that? We are doing a nice job. We are doing a nice job. So this one, I'm going to be using rotation for this. So what I'm going to use rotation to do is I'm going to turn it upside down. What we are trying to do is we are just trying to create an engaging video for our audience. An engaging video for our audience. When we are done with this video, I'm going to export it, and when I export it, when I play it, no matter where I upload this video, when they see it, they are going to like it. They are going to say, wow, if you can do a video like this, they can call you for any job. Do you understand? They can call you for video editing job. So let's go. So I'm coming to this place. Under my rotation here, I'm going to increase it by rotating it, and I understand that if I want to rotate this round, if I want to rotate it, that is 180 degree. I understand that is 180 degree, and I can also type it inside 180 degree, 180. Do you see that my video is upside down now? You need to understand that. Hope you're getting what I'm doing here. So at this point, now we've cut out this clip, I can decide to do something like this. Select this, hold shift on my keyboard, skip the one before the clip and select the other one, skip another one again and select. After selecting, I can drag it up. After dragging it up, I can right click and click on enable. When enable is marked, that means it's enabled, but when it's unmarked, that means it is disabled. So let's play our video and see the kind of effect that we have right now.
Now you make a favor, follow me.
Another tip here: when you're editing your video and you notice that your video is skipping, one thing you can do to make it play faster is to come to your program monitor. Under your program monitor, by your right hand side, you see a box there. Select playback resolution. So what you're going to do is right now is on full mode, full resolution. What you should now move to something like 1/4. So it's going to move to 1/4 of your display settings of your resolution. So let's play. Do you see that? Let's play it again. We're already making magic here. Right now. We are making magic. So if I don't want to do that, I can also change it by, instead of making that place dark like this, making it blank, I can just bring in another video. Let's say a video. Okay, let me just bring in random video from everywhere. Now I'm going to bring in this one first. Just cut out this part, just a little bit. Don't forget my mark in and mark out. That's what I'm using right here. And I'm going to cut it to the same size of the one that we disable. Click on this one, pick a particular place again. I'm very excited to do this. So the next one, I can just bring in this guy because I like this guy. I like the guy's move. So let's play the video again now and see how it's going to turn out. Can you see that? We are already making magic here. We're already making magic here. So these are the things, everything that I'm saying out. As a video editor, you don't say it about what you're going to be doing. You think about all these things, all these concepts in your head. And when you are doing your video, remember, always be intentional about your cutting, about your transition. Don't just add transition because you just want to add transition. Why am I going to add this kind of transition here? Let your transition also go with your video. Let it go with your sound that you are using. Hope you understand what I just said. So let's move on. I can cut out this guy's clip here. And I go back to my selection tool. I'm gonna select this. I can just copy this file, this particular part of the clip. If you should double click it, if you double click on that part that you cut, it's going to appear in your source monitor, and from your source monitor you can just click on it and drag it somewhere like this. And when you're playing the video, see how it's going to turn out. Now you make a favor, follow me, you make the blessing come down up my door. And if I want, so I'm going to do one more. Blessing come down up my door. So I like this movement. I'm going to put it somewhere here. So I'll double click it again. It's going to show on my source monitor. When it shows on my when it's showing on my source monitor, I'll drag it again and I'll put it somewhere here. Let me zoom out so that I can make sure that it's perfect. Okay, I can zoom in back with my scroll wheel here. Don't forget, this is our scroll wheel. And we play. Now you make a favor, follow me. You make the blessing come down up my door. And if I want to go order, should we do one more of this? And if I want, yeah, I like this, so let me do one more. I love how that is repeating. So let's watch it now. Now you make a favor, follow me. You make the blessing come down up my door. And if I want to go order. So now as I'm editing this video, there's something that feels off. Like this effect that we did there. It feels off, so I would like to just delete it. I'm not gonna use it. I'll delete it and let's go. Now you make a favor, follow me. You make the blessing come down up my door. And if I want to go order. So I need to zoom. I need to give this guy more time. Maybe to somewhere here. Maybe to somewhere here. So if you notice that I'm moving in between my selection tool and my razor tool. Selection, razor tool, selection, razor tool, selection, razor tool, selection, razor tool. So that's how you'll be moving. That's how you'll be moving. Now you make a favor, follow me. You make the blessing come down up my door.
And if I want to go order, to go order,
There is a drum roll somewhere around this area. Somewhere here. So we need to make use of that too. We need to make use of that. So there was a time at the beginning I was telling you something about frame rate. So this is where your frame rate comes to use. Now I'm cutting frame by frame. I'm going to cut it frame by frame because drum roll is something like this, and that is frame by frame, frame by frame. If you should cut it into frame by frame and separate them, you're going to get something like that's what you're going to hear. That just make me laugh. So let's go. After cutting, this is the first part. You move by clicking on your forward arrow key on your keyboard, and you cut again. Move forward, cut again. Move forward, cut again. Move forward, cut again. Move forward, cut again. Move forward. Now when you move to this side, then you can now select the first one, skip the second one, hold your shift, select the third one, keep selecting, you shift one, you select the other. So when you are done with that, I think we should add one more here. So what I just did was that I just used my selection to trim that, and I can just disable this. So this video needs to start from this particular clip, needs to start from there, and this needs to move a little bit backward. This is the concept of editing. So when you're editing, those are the things you need to think about. Those are the things you say in your head. So you need to understand that. So some people come saying, I'm not going to be talking to myself. Sometimes you need to talk to yourself. Talk to yourself. Put yourself in your audience shoes. Put yourself in your audience shoes. So let's play our video. I think we are getting to the end of our video right now.
Now you make a favor, follow me, oh. You make a blessing, come and knock on my door. And if I want to go order, you know that the focus, everything I want, I order.
So yes, that is our video. Now you can see that we now have a great and a nice video.
Kitty cutter. Now you make a favor, follow me, oh. You make a blessing, come then knock on my door. And if I want to go order, you know that the focus, everything I want, I order.
So now what we are going to do is, when we are done with our video, there are other things that we can do, but time will not permit us to do it in this training. So right now I think we are done with this video, but we are not also done. There are some other things that I would like to apply to this video, but with the time that we have in our hands, we won't be able to do that. In the master class, we are going to dive deeper and deeper, where you can even add fire, you can even add things, you can even use blend mode, you can add transition effects and other effects. We are going to also take that in the master class, and I hope to see everyone that I'm seeing here, everyone. I hope to see you physically. I'm going to be your tutor. I'm going to be live there. We are going to see one-on-one. Some question that I may not be able to answer because of time, I'll be able to answer it live. And some of you can even start working on a video. When we get to the class, you can bring the video out and say, okay, this is my video, so this is where I'm stuck. I would like to get some insight about it. So the class is going to be phenomenal. I promise you that you are going to really enjoy yourself, enjoy your time. So let us start registering for this course. Begin to register now. I think the link should be available for you now, so start registering. So what we want to do now is we want to export those videos so that we can upload it on any platform we want to upload it. Now we want to export our video. To export the video, make sure that you select the particular sequence that you want to export. Remember, you need to select the particular sequence that you want to export. When you click on the sequence, now go to File under menu bar here. When you click on your file, when you click on File, you will go to Export. Under Export, you see Media. You click on Media. When you click on Media, for now, what we are just going to do is we are going to click on Match with Sequence Settings. Remember that we set our sequence at the beginning of this tutorial, of this webinar. We set our sequence, so it's going to match it with that settings. After matching it with that settings, now you would like to change, if you want to change the name, apart from the name that you give to your sequence, where you can see output name, click on it, output name. You can now put what, you can now change the name to my musical video. Is that not amazing? My musical video. Or you can just put my first musical video, and what, you locate where you want to save your file. Where do you want to save it? I'm going to save it inside an academy folder, because that was what I've been using since we started this webinar. So this is it, and I'll click on save. When I'm done saving, and I'll click on use maximum render quality. Use maximum render quality. When you click on use maximum render quality, then you click on export. There are some other things that we need to go into this place. There's a way that you can keep exporting and go back and be working on other videos. All those things, we are going to explain it deeper in the class. Please don't miss it. Register to take your skill to the next level. So now we are done with our video. We can play our video right now. Now this is our video here. If you can see, this is my video. Let's double click and play our video and see what we have.
Boom. Now you make a favor, follow me, oh. You make a blessing, come then knock on my door. And if I want to go order, you know that the focus, everything I want, I order.
Yes, so that is our video. That is our video. Now, to improve and to work, what we are going to be going deeper.
I really hope you guys can hear me now. I would like to apologize for the network issues, but I think we are good now. So right now I'll be entertaining some of your questions. Actually, the facilitator will do that. So I'm going to pass it over to the facilitator for today's training to take some of your questions. After that, I'll come here and just wrap this up. All right.
Okay.
Mute. You're muted.
Okay, I hope we've all
learned
learned
something
something
from
from
that
that
class.
class.
So
So I'll be
answering
answering
our
our
questions
questions
now.
now.
So
So
someone was
someone was
asking,
asking,
what is the
what
name
is the
of
name
that
of that
effect
effect
called?
called?
It is
It
not
is
an
not an
effect. It
effect,
is
it
just
is just
cutting to
cutting
beat.
to beat.
Cutting to
Cutting
beat.
to beat.
It is
It
just
is
cutting
just
to
cutting
beat.
to
And
beat.
someone
And
was
someone
asking,
was
how
asking,
can we
how can we
recognize
recognize
the
the
frequency of the
frequency
music?
of the
So
music?
remember what I
So
told you the other
remember what I
time.
told you the
I
other
have to
time.
zoom
I
out.
have to zoom out.
I have to
I
zoom
have to
out
zoom
on my
out on my
project here.
project here.
When you zoom
When you
out,
zoom out,
you look
you
at the
look
eye
at the eye
page.
page.
And when
And
apart
when
from
apart
looking
from
at the
looking
eye
at the
page,
eye page, you need to also
at
look at
what part
what
really
part really
attracts me the
attracts
most.
me the most.
When you
When you
close
just
your
close
eyes
your eyes
and listen
and
to the
listen to
audio.
the audio.
Like now, there was
Like
a
now, there
part
was
when
a
I was
part when I
listening to
was
the
listening to
audio,
the
I can
audio,
hear
I
the
can hear the
clap sound.
clap sound.
I can hear
I
a
can hear
clap
a
sound.
clap
So
sound.
that
So that
clap sound
clap
was
sound was
very
very
distinct.
distinct.
That clap
That
sound
clap
was
sound
very
was very
distinct. So that
distinct.
was
So
the
that
reason why
was
I
the reason
said,
why I said,
okay,
okay,
on this
on
place,
this
let me
place, let
cut
me
to
cut
this
to this
place.
place.
I hope you
I hope you
understand that.
understand that.
And someone
And
was
someone
also
was also
asking,
asking,
apart from
apart from
musical
musical
video,
video,
do you
do
also
you also
teach
teach
movie
movie movie
editing?
editing?
So
So
that is
that's one of
in this
in
with
this
this
with
course
this course we can't with this webinar
we can't
we
really
can't really
cover
cover
everything.
everything.
We can't really
We can't
cover
really
everything.
cover
That's why
everything.
we
That's
have
why we
the
have the
master
master
class
class
for
for
everyone. That's why
everyone.
we have
That's why
that
we have that
master class.
master
In that
class. In that
master class,
master
you will
class,
be
you'll be
able to
able to
do
do
you'll be able
you'll
to
be
do
able to do
a
a
movie
movie
trailer.
trailer.
You'll be
You'll
able
be
to
able to
do
do
movie.
movie.
We are
We are
going
going
to
to
work on a
work on a
promo
promo
video,
video, a video
We're
commercial.
going
We are
to
going to
work on it
work on it
together. It's
together.
going
It's
to be
going to be
very,
very
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 educative.
educative.
It's going to be
It's going
very,
to be
very
very very
educative.
educative. So we
Everyone here
everyone
needs
here
to
needs to
sign up.
sign up.
You- We are going
We
to
are going
learn
to learn
all the old
all the old
techniques. Do
techniques.
you want
Do
to
you want to
do
do
do you
like
want
do you want
to
to
do a
do a
presentation
presentation
video?
video?
Do you want
Do
to
you
do
want
a
to do a
musical
musical
video? Do you
video?
want
Do
to
you
do
want
a
to do a
movie? Do you
movie? Do
want
you
to
want to
shoot a
shoot a
documentary?
documentary?
All those
All
things we
those
are going
things
to
we are
learn
going
it
to
in
learn
that
it in
class.
that
It is
class. It is
very
very
broad.
broad.
It is
It
very
is
broad.
very
I have a
broad. I
lot
have a
of
lot
things
of things
packaged for
packaged for
inside that
inside
course. I
that
have a
course.
lot
I
of
have a
things
lot of
packaged
things
in that
packaged in
inside
that
that course.
inside that course.
And another
And another
question that
question
says,
that says,
can we
can we
achieve
achieve
a
a
reverse?
reverse?
Yes, you can
Yes, you can
achieve a
achieve a
reverse.
reverse.
You can
You
achieve
can achieve
a reverse
a
with all
reverse with
those
all
clips.
those clips.
You
You
can
can
achieve a
achieve a
reverse with
reverse
any
with
of the
any
clips.
of the clips.
But
But
because
because
of
of
time, I
time, I
was
was
unable
unable
to.
to.
There's a lot
There's
of
a lot of
effects that you
effects that
can
you
do.
can do.
There's a lot
There's
of
a lot
effects.
of effect. That's the
That's
reason.
one of the
That's
reasons
one
I
of the reasons I
would
would
love
love
everyone to be
everyone
in
to
that
be in
class.
that class.
So
So in this
in
in
the
the
class,
class,
we
we
are
are
going
going
to
to
have
have
one-on-one
one-on-one
section.
section.
I'm going to
I'm
be
going to
there
be there
live.
live.
You can,
You can,
as
as you've as you've
gotten
gotten
some
some
knowledge here,
knowledge here,
go
go
back,
back,
watch
watch
videos,
videos,
watch
watch
any kind
any
of
kind
video
of
that you
video
know
that
that
you
you
know that
like.
you like.
Let's come to
Let's
the
come to the
class. Let's
class.
talk
Let's talk
about it.
about it.
How
How do
do
they
all these
do
kind
all
of
these kind
videos?
of videos?
Bring
Come,
your
bring your
question to the
question to
class.
the
I'm going
class.
to
I'm going
answer
to answer
everything.
everything.
I'm ready
I'm
to
ready
answer
to answer
everything to give
everything
you
to give
more
you more
knowledge.
knowledge.
I
I
told
told
you
you
before
before
that
that
that's
that's
my
my
passion.
passion. That's
That's
that's one
one
of
of
my
my passion,
passion,
and
and
I'm
I'm
ready
ready
to
to
give
give
everything
everything
out.
out.
But with
But
this
with
short
this
time,
short time, I can't really
teach you
teach you
everything.
everything. That's why we are
Doing this.
doing
But
this.
this
But
will
this will
kickstart
kickstart
your
your
journey.
journey.
This is going
This
to
is going to
kickstart your
kickstart
journey.
your journey.
And I hope
And I
you
hope you
understand what I'm
understand what
saying.
I'm saying.
So I'm going
So
to
I'm
hand
going to
over
hand
back
over
to
back
my
to my
moderator.
moderator. Oh, okay. So someone was also talking about color grading. That I should touch on color grading. I'm sorry, our time is fast spent. But in the class, we are going to talk about color grading. I'm going to teach you how you can color grade with your normal screen, even though your screen is not giving you the right color, but there's a technique to it that you will color grade, and anywhere they take your video to is going to play well. So there's a way we can do that. If you go into so if you go into there's a place we can go to that you will see audio settings, and you will see your learn about histogram. There's a lot of things to talk about, guys. Just enroll for this course, and you will really get value for the money. You will get value for your time. Value for your time. You will really get value for your time. Yes.
All right. Thank you so much for that. Mute, please. Help me mute your mic. Thank you so much for that, Timmy. I really, really appreciate you sharing those information. I really hope you guys have been, really been impacted by this webinar like I have. I've actually learned one or two things from here. So someone was also asking if we do animation and motion graphics course or class. We do. I would just suggest right now, if you don't know so much about us before, please make sure you visit our website nacademyng.com, and if you are interested, I would put a link in the live chat for you to join our WhatsApp community, and from there you're able to get some live real-time information about our courses. Now, to the main thing some of us are here for, to get scholarships. So we are going to be awarding 3 people scholarship, and you guys have to reach out to us. Find a way to reach out to us. Maybe I will drop a number in the live chat, and then you guys will try and find just try and reach out to us if you hear your name. So we'll be awarding Godwin. Just give me a sec. Godwin Adebayo, you have won scholarship. So for the video editing bootcamp, right, it's 50% off, so you don't have to pay the whole thing. So 50% off, you are in for the class. And we're also going to be awarding Ross Digital Studios, right, for the scholarship as well. And then we would like to award one more person, and I think I'll give to Apan Precious, right? So you guys try and reach out to us to make sure you claim your scholarship. If you are really interested, so you have to reach out to us, right? Of course, you have to show evidence that you were here with us. Anyways, yeah, so that will be the end of it now. And like I said, make sure you check the live chat. There's if you want to know more about the course, there's a particular thing, the chat that we pinned to know more about the course, so you're able to see all the details you need to know about the course and then sign up for it. So for now, sorry if you have questions, might not be able to attend to you right now, but I'm pretty sure in the nearest future, or if you join our WhatsApp community, you're able to entertain all your questions and much more. And by the way, N Academy, we have so much in store for you guys, because we have the next webinar we're going to have is going to be an honor facilitator for that. I'm pretty sure you guys can't wait for that. So if you are really, really interested, please join the WhatsApp community for that, and other things will also come place. Our time is fast spent. I would have loved to just keep talking, but we have to end the stream right now. And I really hope you guys have been hearing me well, because my mic has been down. Okay, great. Okay, so that's it from me, and I'll see you guys next time. All right, peace. So I have to, okay, I have to wait till get to that point before I can end the stream. You understand? Almost done.